Hi guys, Z-Slayer from the future here, and before we start the video here, I just want to give a little heads up that I missed out a bunch of stuff that I could have informed you about in the video, and if you guys would like to see a part 2 to this or a more in-depth look at the game, just leave me a comment below and I'll inform you guys to the best of my ability. But without further ado, let past me introduce you to Mountain Blade WarBand. How's it going, guys? It's Z-Slayer Diegos here, and I'm actually making a new kind of video. It's trying to be a quick video about recommending a game to you guys, and one game that I found was really fun is Mountain Blade WarBand. When I bought this, it was $4.99. I don't know if the price has gone up again. I believe it was part of the holiday sale, but not sure. So here in the loading screen we got play tutorial, new game, load game, multiplayer, custom battle, options, credits, etc. So I've been playing for a while. It's really fun, but for the sake of video, we'll just go into a new game just so I can show you guys. So what's interesting about Mountain Blade is it has a lot of reading you gotta do, a lot of stuff you can understand and all that sort of thing. So continue from this. Select your character's gender. Now this is a big thing because this takes place in medieval times. Now I don't mean to sound sexist, but men back then had way bigger opportunity than women, like substantial amounts as opposed to today. So you can, if you want a more an easier approach, go with a male class. If you want a little more difficulty, go with a female class. But for the sake, we'll just go with the male. So you were born years ago in a land far away. Your father was whichever one of these. You can look up the stats. Each one will give you different stats. Fighting, tracking, your party management, how much renown you have. Renown is how well people know you, like a count or a king or whatever. So I went with Hunter my first playthrough, so we'll go with that. You're a son of a family who lived in the woods, and I like this because it actually implements your choice. Doing whatever they need to make ends meet, hunting, wood cutting, making arrows, even a spot of poaching. Whenever things got tight, winter was never a good time for your family, as the cold taught animals and people alike. But you always live and see another dawn, although your brothers and sisters might not be so fortunate. You spent your early life as page at a nobleman's court, craftsman, apprentice. This also affects different stats. Craftsman's apprentice. Then as a young adult, life changed as it always does. You became a squire, troubadour, a university student, goods peddler, a smith. You could choose whatever you want. And then you have your last decision. What made you take the decision to go out on an adventure? Personal revenge, loss of a loved one. Just this doesn't affect anything, so you can just choose whatever. Become an adventurer and ride to your destiny. So tutorial, now you get to enter your name. With my save, I went with Sir Fabulous, and the characters will actually call you by this. Now you get to put in skill points into whatever skills you want, if you'd prefer fighting or if you'd prefer tracking, looting, first aid, stuff like that. You have your attributes: strength, agility, intelligence, and charisma. This can affect what points you can put in here. Like for example, pathfinding, it's stuck at a 2 there, you see, because my intelligence isn't that high, so that's what I'm stuck with. But here we'll just pour in points everywhere. Iron Flash. And as you level up, these will all increase. Like you can put in new points for each thing. So now from here you can just edit your character. You have different skin tones. You can edit a beard. You can edit your hair look. Just go with that. Your age, your hair color. If you want to get more creative, you can choose very specific looks for your character, but once you're done you can also randomize it. Here yes, delicious. So once here, this is where you choose your starting location in which kingdom. One I like is the first one right here, Praven in the kingdom of Swadia, because there's least amount of bandits here. In the other places there's bandits on horseback, there's ones that throw spears, there are more deserters in certain places, just stuff like that. So for sake of video we'll just go Praven. And then this always happens. You will get into a fight your first thing. Now, one thing I suggest doing is because first off, also your class, like your traits that you picked, will determine what weapons you started with. So you see I have a crossbow and a sword. Now let's get this bitch. Little tip, crossbows will not lose their accuracy, but bows will if you hold down the trigger for too long. Now as you can see, without the shield I'm blocking these attacks, but I also have to choose which direction I go into. So then once we kill the first guy, this will happen in any town you go to, so it doesn't matter. So once you finish up with this, you'll have a little merchant come up to you. Where is he? There he is. Go up to him. So you talk, and then he'll assign you your first quest, which is to save his brother, and he'll give you money for it. Now, what you do from this point is you just go, because if you zoom out, you can see the whole map. These are all the different kingdoms represented by different colors. And yeah, you can go to different towns. Here, I'll just show you real quick, because I don't, in my current save. Oh, and one last thing, the less people you have, the faster you go. So let's go here, recruit volunteers, 7 guys, perfect. So you leave, you come back, you can report to him, and then you find the bandit's lair. Now, one thing I want to suggest right away before I continue is that a good idea is to go into the arena, because in the arena it costs nothing. You just go in, you fight a bunch of guys, you could practice fighting, and if you actually do good enough, you get money, and if you're the last one standing, you get 250 money, which is really good for the start. The marketplace is another place you could do. If you access the local prices, you could see, oh, if you buy this here, you could sell it for more here. So it's just really good to know stuff. You can buy weapons, armor, horses, and goods. Goods can range from tradable goods to food. And food you need for your party, because you can't just have food. And you also start off with different stuff, like, see, I have tools here and I have smoked fish. So it just depends on who you decide to go with as your backstory and all that. So once you go there, visit the tavern. In taverns, you can find people to ransom prisoners with. You can find people to hire as mercenaries. You can find people that'll teach you poems. Now, poems, you can use these to impress like mistresses and stuff in the castles, win their favor, and eventually you could probably marry into a family. But we'll just continue with this for now. If you go to the castle, you could talk to the kings, the counts, anything, and just figure out if they have any tasks for you. Doing tasks will increase how much they like you, as well as how much other people know you. But so here, let's just get right into our first battle, like on the field. Band of robbers, right there. I'm looking for you. Where do you keep your prisoners? Right, so let's charge the enemy with our group. Now, if you didn't notice, there's also an option for your troops to attack without you. Now, that's a really bad idea. One thing I really suggest is attacking with your men, because you can do a whole lot more than what they could probably do, because they'll probably get their asses handed to them. Since it's only him, I decide to get off. But yeah, no, once you win, your guys will give a little battle cry and you hit circle to leave. This will show you your casualties, the enemy casualties, stuff like that. And you let this guy go. He tells you where the guys are. And from this menu, you can upgrade your character. See, upgrade him. And if you talk to them, you can see their stats, stuff like that. So it's really nice. You get loot afterwards. You can sell. I encourage collecting the loot when you first when you start out, because you could sell it for money, and you also get money for most attacks. And then from here, you go to the bandit's lair, you take him out, and after that, you go back to him, tell him you rescued his brother. And from there on out, you just go around finding different quests to fulfill. You can go to the castles, or you can go to the big towns. Like, towns won't say, like, Railabet Castle, it'll say Suno, Province, stuff like that, and they'll appear as bigger cities on the map. Right, guys, so I went to my actual game. This is after a while of getting renowned, stuff like that. I've joined a faction. Now, here at the bottom, you can camp. You can see the reports, your notes. Your notes will have any quests that you've taken up, as well as your character. It'll show your renown, controversies, stuff like that. It'll show all the different characters and NPCs of the game. Right now I'm allied with the Kingdom of Swadia, which is one of the factions. Here, let me go down here. So you got all the different factions right here. Swadia is ruled by King Harlas, and you can see who they're at war with, who they're allied with, if they have a truce, and truces will expire within a certain amount of time, different stuff like that. You can see locations, different cities or towns, stuff like that. And here, let's go into the party. As you can see now, like, my character's all beefed out now. I have different characters. Heroes like this guy, Rolf, I gave him that horse as well as the shield and bow to use. You can give heroes different equipment so they can last longer in battle. And once characters reach a certain max, you won't see a little upgrade symbol at the bottom. Like, see the skirmishers here? Once we upgrade them to crossbowmen, then you just go from there. But no, this game's really fun. One thing I'm going to show you right now real quick, save as, is to have multiple, like 2 saves is what I do of the same game, because starting out you probably don't want to do this because you'll get the feel for the game and all that, but after, if you've survived like 93 days, you don't want to start over at this point. And if you run into a big army, then you don't want to lose your progress, because that's the worst feeling in the world, in my opinion. Like, you don't understand like how bad it is to lose so much. But yeah, and here you can check your inventory. Your armor can defend you better. You want to make sure you have plenty of food for your troops, and all this stuff I still need to sell. And yeah, overall this game's really fun. One thing that I just recently figured out, like here, let's go to Demir, for example. Like, see this guy's following me. So if we want to speed things up, what we can do is we can hold R2 and then just speed it up. Just follow him up here. Oh, Count Graham wishes to inform you that the lords of King of Swallow will be gathering for a feast at Ditcher's Castle. You go here, you can meet the counts and get their, like, woo them, take on quests for them, stuff like that. But yeah, so this game, I honestly enjoy it. It's really fun. I've seen a couple YouTubers where they've actually conquered all of the map. They rule every single kingdom and everything, and that's something that I think would be pretty cool. But yeah, so Mountain Blade WarBand, you guys. I encourage you guys to at least check it out. Maybe watch some gameplay of it a little bit. I mean, it's really exciting. Like here, you can see my cursor stays yellow here, so I'm not allied with them. But here, it's green because I'm allied with them. Versus, shoot, I think, who are we at war with? Not them. Is it the Nords? I know we're at war with someone. Oh, I know. It's these guys. See, look, it'll show up red. So, and also if like a castle's under siege by your kingdom, you can go help them out and you get more renown for that. And yeah, I really enjoy it. I don't know if you guys would enjoy it yourselves, but I would at least give it a try. Learn the different controls. Like, for example, L3 will show you where your party is. If you have notes like oh, here, like, see, I've won the favor of this girl, so Suno, show on the map, and it'll show you where your objective will be. So right there, I mean, it's obvious because it's a big city, but if it wasn't so obvious, then you can still do that for smaller towns and stuff like that. So I mean, it's pretty nice. So let's just speed it up. Renew your contract so you can just stay in this place. There we go. But yeah, so I'm gonna end the episode here, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this little thing. I wanted to try out something new, and I really enjoy this game. It's not something I don't think I'd actually play for you guys, because it's not really, how should I put this, entertaining as like the other videos that I could make. Like, there's nothing really funny or anything about that, and I don't really like serious games to record for you guys. I more prefer funny games, or games that can be portrayed as funny. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave me a like, helps me a lot. Subscribe for more content. If you want any other recommendations for games that I'm either playing or that are coming out, stuff like that, just let me know. I can give you guys some more recommendations. And as always, I will see all you guys in the next video. You guys stay classy out there.
Come to the dark side.